Hello, my name is Aaron Groskopf and my persuasive speech is on government spending. As of this morning, December 9th, 2018, our current U.S. national debt was $21,851,519,415,475.75. That's almost $22 trillion in debt. It's hard to fathom it, hard to put it, what it looks like, hard to kind of grasp the situation that we're in. This is what $1 trillion looks like. The size of a football field and soccer field, stacked higher than a semi. These are $100 bills. This image is pulled from the Huffington Post. Imagine this 22 more times. That is the current situation that we're in. As a public administrator, for the past 7 years, I myself have been setting a budget, not as much as the federal budget, but around $3.5 million. And as an administrator, my goal is to come away with a balanced budget. What does a balanced budget mean? It means that you're spending money as much as you're taking in. When you go beyond that and you spend more money than you're taking in, then you have a deficit. Today, I'm going to explain to you how the federal budget works, how much money we take in, how much money that we spend. I'm going to explain what got us in the situation that we're in today, and I'm going to explain some of my ideas and what I think the solution should be to fix the current problem that we're in. So what is the federal budget? How do we deem what it looks like, what we're spending, what comprises it, what makes it what it is? We have two main categories, mandatory and discretionary. Discretionary spending is spending that can be changed and altered by Congress year to year. Mandatory spending is spending that's set by Congress through authorization laws that cannot be changed year to year and must be paid. We also have some tax interest, which is included in the mandatory spending. This is the debt interest that we pay to pay off the loans that we have, or the interest on them. This is included in the mandatory spending, although it's not listed under it. 70% of our budget for the federal government is mandatory, which means it cannot be changed. We have to pay that. Only 30% is discretionary. Essentially, that means we can only manipulate 30% of the budget without going through Congress to change the laws. Income versus expenditures. This is where it is the really nitty-gritty of the actual budget system. Income, where do we get it from? Where does the federal government get the money from? Most of it is from you and I through our payroll taxes. 85%, to be exact, comes from income taxes, Social Security taxes, Medicare taxes, unemployment taxes, retirement taxes. The other small percentage of it comes from corporate income taxes, excise taxes, and an assortment of other smaller taxes. Expenditures, as stated earlier, 70% is mandatory. Mandatory spending is comprised of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Social Security is by far the largest expenditure of the U.S. national government, with $1 trillion. 1/4 of the budget is solely for Social Security. The other portion for the discretionary spending is defense, education, domestic programs for the housing, things like that. What's the biggest difference here? Why are we in the situation that we're in? $4.4 trillion goes out in 2019. $3.4 trillion comes in. Projected for 2019 is $1 trillion in deficit. Why is that? What's happening? It's the mandatory spending. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid comprised $2.62 trillion in spending. This is why we're in the situation that we're in, including all of the debt interest that we have to pay, which is around $363 billion, according to the U.S. National Treasury. That number is projected to go up to over $700 billion by 2025. These numbers, specifically the Social Security, by 2030, will be broke. It will not be able to cover the money going out with the money that we have coming in. Why is that going to happen? Most of the baby boomers are turning 65 and are going to be collecting their retirement fund. This is the main issue that we're facing because Social Security compromises most of the budget. So how do we fix this? How can we correct these issues? There's 3 different ways. Taxes. You can increase them, raise it up. That is good and bad for a few reasons. One, good, cuts down the money that they need, can pay off some of the debt, raises the income of the government, lowers the deficit. Fantastic. The bad side to that is it actually hurts economic growth because who shoulders that burden? It's you and me. Our taxes go up. The rich and powerful, yes, their taxes go up, but they already pay a large majority. Our taxes, we are the ones who are going to feel it. The other solution is you could raise taxes on corporations, businesses. That works too, until those businesses have to make cuts in order to stay afloat. And in order to make cuts, the employees are going to be the first to go. What's another solution? More borrowing. Yeah, the government can borrow more money. Expand the budget. What does that mean? More debt. So yes, they could fix the problem of the upcoming Social Security by expanding the budget. But all that's going to do is dig a deeper hole. The last solution is the one that I am advocating for. It's the hard cuts. It's the ones that no one's willing to make. Cutting back on how much retirees take in on Social Security is going to be the only way, in the long run, to fix this problem. The problem is, no politician wants to make these cuts. We're in a snafu, a catch-22. If the politician increases taxes, they get voted out. If they cut the programs that everybody likes, they get voted out. So essentially for the politicians, it becomes an act of survival to remain in their position of power. And this is the problem that we're facing today. In order to reach a solution, we need to make the hard cuts, to make the decisions that people are scared to make. Every second, $52,000 in debt is added to our current U.S. national debt. $52,000. Every second. Just now, we've gained $100,000 in debt. We are at a rate that we cannot sustain as a government, as a country. We need to make drastic changes because of this. This is our doomsday clock. The numbers continue to go up. It's supposed to be playing up. I'll get that fixed for the next run. This is essentially the U.S. government doomsday clock. This is our financial crisis. This number continues to rise. That is a problem. We cannot have that if we wish to sustain as a country. Something needs